I'm generally tired of seeing architects panic on social media. Either the profession is dead, or AI is going to replace us, or we're all cooked. And I want to push back on that because I think the opposite is actually true. Here's what's actually happening: AI, at its core, is an optimization engine. And in architecture, it's going to be used to find efficiency, cut cost, reduce waste. When you apply that logic to housing, you get cookie cutter to the absolute maximum. Every layout optimized for cost per square foot, every material selected for margin, every floor plan a variation of the last one because that's what the data says works. That's not a bug, that's a feature. And that's what efficiency looks like at scale. And here's the thing: AI can absolutely generate efficient designs. Maybe not perfectly yet, but it's coming. Feed in the parameters, the budget, the zoning, the program. It'll spit out something that checks every box. But what it won't have is soul. And soul doesn't come from a prompt. Soul comes from sitting across from a client and picking up on the things they don't say. The way that they talk about their last house, the tension between what they're asking for and what they actually need. That is intuition. That's years of pattern recognition, and that's where the soul is. That's generally hard to replicate in a digital way, maybe even impossible. But now here is where it gets a little bit more complicated. If AI solving for efficiency actually translated to solving the housing crisis, then that would be amazing. Most people would champion that. But that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is developers are going to use it to maximize return on investment. And that is the real problem, not AI, ROI. And look, the housing situation is generally sad right now. Everything is so expensive that most people can't even afford to own their own home. We're on a subscription called rent indefinitely because entities, not people, are sweeping up homes across the country. So, in a very real way, yes, a lot of us just want a roof over our head. That's where we are. And that's heartbreaking because that is not what architecture is supposed to be about. To me, architecture is about the connection between a human and their space. It's intimate. It should be custom for every single person. Homes today should be like websites in the 90s: no templates, no themes, truly unique expressions of the people living inside them. Not because anyone wants to show off, but because when you live in a space that was actually designed for you, you don't have to fit into it, it fits you. It's an extension of who you are, and that matters more than people realize. Because think about it: you spend most of your time in two places, your home and your job. Most people aren't happy at their job, and now they're struggling to even feel at home in their own home. And you can see that by how quickly consumerism is growing. People spending what little money they have left over, if any at all, to add some individuality to their space, which ends up being cheap stuff that clutters your space, drains whatever budget was left, and doesn't actually solve anything. It's completely counterintuitive. Architecture can fix that. Architects can fix that. But ROI is getting in the way, and AI just handed ROI another weapon. A good architect doesn't just execute the prompt that the client gives you. You see through it. You take the brief, blend it with experience and intuition, and you craft something that's going to be genuinely valuable to them in ways that they couldn't have articulated up front. That's the job. AI doesn't do that job. Now, there's a real fear out there, and I totally get it. The concern is that AI lets one architect do the work of 10, which means firms start cutting, and the ones who stay working get stuck pushing AI generated plan sets through production. And honestly, some of that is probably true for certain roles, I'm not gonna lie, but architecture is more layered than that. This is a super litigious profession. And at the end of the day, an architect's primary responsibility is life safety. And since AI cannot be held legally accountable, that accountability still lands on a human. So, yeah, maybe AI compresses some of the work in the programming phase. Maybe it speeds up things in schematic design. But as you move through construction documents and construction administration, the complexity compounds. The stakes get higher, the judgment calls get harder. AI can assist, but liability doesn't go away. Someone's name is still on that stamp. Look, I get a lot of the content online where architects are freaking out about this, but when I look at what clients are actually responding to, it's still the sketches. It's still custom renderings. It's still physical models on a table. At the end of the day, a client hires you, your eye, your experience, your process, your ability to translate what they're feeling into something that they're going to live in for the next 30 years. That's not going away. Will there be challenges as AI gets integrated into practice? Of course, but architecture has always been about working within constraints or finding a way around them. That's the whole job. So whether you use AI or you don't, that's completely up to you. I mean, in my case, I use it. I actually built a tool that I call Datum Notes, and it uses AI to take messy project notes, meeting transcripts, and it turns them into clean architectural diagrams so I can quickly see where the project stands when it starts getting really complex. What it does is that it pulls the noise out so I can focus on the architecture. That's how I think about it. Tools should remove the noise in your career, not take over it. And look, I'm not going to stand here and tell you everything is going to be fine because honestly, new things are scary and we don't really know what the negative impacts are going to be yet. But I'm also really excited for the positive things that we're going to get out of this. Think about who you want to be as an architect, how you want to show up, and what you want your work to say. The fundamentals, they're not going anywhere. Design thinking isn't going anywhere. You have to form your own opinion on this. Don't let the noise around you make the decision for you.